and Sarah recently got a chance to go to China for 12 days. It was sort of a big end of residency celebration, and it's somewhere that I've wanted to go since I was a kid. For me, I've never been to an Asian country, and I've wanted to go somewhere that was completely different from Western culture for a while. Sarah was wanting to check off her top bucket list item, which was to hold a panda bear. When we found a tour that not only took you to the big cities like Beijing and Xi'an and Shanghai, but also included Chengdu, which is the panda capital of the world, it sealed the deal for us. In addition to taking about 100 gigs of footage while I was there, I also kept a journal. Much of what I share in these videos will be excerpts from that journal. Our journey started pretty early on a Monday morning in late July.
Sarah, it's 5:20 in the morning and your China adventure's about to begin. How do you feel?
Tired but excited.
Good.
So we've been traveling already for about 6 hours.
Out of how many?
Sarah did the calculations of 42, but I wasn't really listening when she calculated it. She said it's gonna be 42 hours of travel. I don't know if that's true. It probably is. We're in San Francisco.
Have you ever been to San Francisco?
I've never been to San Francisco. We were looking for the Golden Gate Bridge from the plane, but we didn't even know what direction we were flying. In about 4 hours, we're gonna go to Los Angeles from here.
Our takeoff out of San Francisco to LA was delayed about an hour, but they let people come up to the cockpit while we waited. Los Angeles was our longest layover, which was about 8 hours. We spent most of our time just binging on the internet since we wouldn't have access to much when we were in China. They blocked Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Google. There are ways around it, but I sort of just saw this as a chance to disconnect for a couple weeks.
What time is it?
7:30.
How many hours of traveling have we been doing?
16.
16. What was your last American meal?
Pizza.
How long until you're in China?
5 more hours here. 14-hour flight. 19 hours. And then 21 until we're in Beijing.
All right, we're almost at the halfway point.
So we were flying west, which generally means you're going back in time based on time zones. But right about here, let's just say that this was 6 a.m. Wednesday morning at this point. Once we crossed over the international dateline, it became 6 a.m. Thursday morning. But we were still flying into earlier time zones as we continued west. So at the end of our 14-hour flight, 29 hours had passed. When we got to Xiamen, we only had 1 hour to get to our connecting flight in Beijing, but we weren't able to get through customs or figure out where we needed to be in time, so we ended up waiting just a couple more hours for the next flight. "39 hours after leaving our home
That's
in
us.
Austin,
Yes.
So you are Tom?
we had arrived.